The world we thought we knew shattered, Metropolis, a smoldering ruin. Superman, broken by grief, stood amidst the wreckage, a symbol of lost hope. The Joker's cruel trick, a poison of despair, had taken Lois, had taken his unborn child. The loss was unbearable, a wound that cut deeper than any physical pain. The world mourned, but Superman changed. His once bright eyes now shadowed with sorrow, his heart heavy with the weight of his loss. In the shadows, Lex Luthor watched. He saw an opportunity in Superman's vulnerability, a chance to manipulate the Man of Steel. He, the supposed villain, understood Superman's pain. He knew what it was like to lose, to feel powerless. He saw the potential for tyranny in Superman's grief. A grieving hero could easily become a tyrant, and Lex was ready to exploit that. A plan began to form, a dangerous gamble. Lex would offer his support, his friendship, but with ulterior motives. He would stand by Superman's side, a friend in need. He would be the shoulder to lean on, the ear to listen. But his motives, like always, remained shrouded. Lex Luthor, ever the schemer, had his own plans for the grieving hero.
2.
Luthor became Superman's confidant, his trusted advisor, the one person he could rely on in times of uncertainty. He fueled Superman's growing conviction, to rule, to control, to prevent further tragedy. Luthor's words were like a fire, igniting Superman's desire to create a world free of chaos. Together they built a new world order, one where peace was enforced with an iron fist. Dissent was crushed without mercy, and any opposition was swiftly dealt with. Freedom became a distant memory, a relic of the past. The people lived in fear, their every move watched and controlled. All the while, Luthor worked in secret, his mind always scheming, always planning. He researched Superman's physiology, seeking a weakness, a chink in the armor of the invincible hero. He cultivated allies among the disillusioned and the brave, those who saw the tyranny in Superman's brand of justice and were willing to fight against it. Luthor played a dangerous game, walking a tightrope between loyalty and betrayal, always on the edge, always calculating his next move.
The
truth, like a shard of kryptonite, pierced Superman's heart. The Joker's poison, Luthor revealed, was laced with kryptonite-enhanced fear toxins. Superman's actions, his descent into darkness, were manipulated, a cruel parody of his true self. The confrontation was inevitable. Superman, consumed by rage and betrayal, turned on his former friend, but Luthor was ready. He unleashed his final weapon, a kryptonite-powered suit, fueled by his intellect and his desperation.
S1.
The battle raged, a clash of titans. The city was in chaos, buildings crumbling, and the sky lit with the fury of their conflict. But Luthor knew he couldn't win. He stood amidst the wreckage, contemplating his next move, knowing the odds were against him. He had one card left to play, one final, desperate gambit. His mind raced, calculating the risks and the slim chance of success. As Superman moved in for the kill, Luthor triggered a hidden mechanism. The tension was palpable, the air thick with anticipation. The suit overloaded, engulfing them both in a blinding explosion. The force of the blast shook the very foundations of the city.
The aftermath was devastating. Smoke and debris filled the air, and the once great city lay in ruins.
Lex Luthor, the villain, the genius, died that day. His face, once filled with ambition, now bore a somber expression, but from his sacrifice a spark of hope ignited. Superman was weakened, vulnerable, but the city saw a glimmer of hope in the horizon. The insurgency, led by Batman, had a fighting chance. In the shadows, plans were being made, strategies formed. Luthor, in death, had achieved what he could never do in life. He became a hero. His grave became a symbol of sacrifice and redemption.
The city, though scarred, began to rebuild, carrying the memory of Luthor's ultimate sacrifice.